Hey there, Gemini. Welcome now to Monday. Well, looks like it's going to be a sunny day for the Geminis, but maybe sensitive. The moon is in Capricorn, so your emotional focus is on your trust and intimacy issues. This is not the hottest topic for Geminis on the planet. You know, Geminis tend to want to be a little bit reserved and kind of stand back in their minds and not feel it so feel it so hard. But when the moon moves into Capricorn, it pulls you in your feelings. It reminds you you're a human, pulls you out of your mind, or at least puts emotions on the table with your mind. So you are sensitive emotionally with all trust, intimacy, and boundary issues. If someone crosses a boundary, you may have a tendency to want to emotionally overreact. But this is also a case where if you're emotionally charged and feeling confident, great time to connect. This is sometimes a Randy transit, depending on the position of the sun. Now, moving around to the sun, we're finally in Chapter 2 of Sun in Leo. The topic this month for everyone is getting back to their core inner child, what that soul does best. And for Geminis, what you do best is think and communicate. Leo rules your third house. That's where your power comes from, your ability to process. But sometimes you don't stand in your full ability. Sometimes you shut off your inner child. So your mind may say one thing, and then the other Gemini twin shuts it down. Or you may be coming to the table with an attitude or prejudice that clouds your ability to think clearly. Geminis need to process clearly. So maybe you're raised in a very narrow-minded family that said this is the only religion, this is the only way of doing life. And maybe that's what got in the way of your inner child, of really thinking freely. We need Geminis to think freely so you can be ambassadors, so you connect two different random objects and bring them together, either with message or with partnership. So Chapter 1 was about what's in the way of me thinking freely. Is it my own attitude? Is it my own prejudice? Is it the way I was raised? Chapter 2 is about expanding on that free thinking. So in the next 10 days, it's time to really explore your minds. A Gemini is happiest. They're in their inner child the most when they can explore, when they can have conversation, when they are not hushed, okay? And when they listen. A lot of Geminis are not in touch with their inner child because they're doing all the talking, they're not listening. You've got to do both sides of this equation. So in this next 10 days of Chapter 2, what I recommend to all Geminis is to explore. Talk to a stranger. Talk to someone you normally wouldn't talk to. Read a book you normally wouldn't read. Look at a television program you normally wouldn't watch. Take yourself out of the context of your prejudices and your assumptions and throw yourself into the wild and see really that inner child come alive, because what a Gemini loves to do is digest new information. You guys love it. That's why you have grass is greener syndrome. They always say Geminis can't make a decision. That's not true. You can. You just want to make sure you've surveyed the entire land before you do, which is actually a very wise spiritual trait. All right, Gemini, that's all I have for Monday. I'll see you folks tomorrow with more. Live, love, be.